name is John Kamanga, and I'm the Executive Director of the South Rift Association of Landowners. But for purposes of the meeting that we are conducting today, Soralo is a host and the convener of the meeting for the countries of the Horn of Africa. And the idea is really, and this has been an ongoing program, is to try and bring different countries together to look at elements of trans-border related governance of resources, but to make sure that also we are pushing and developing collaborative programs, because as you know, our environments do not really respect boundaries. You know, if you have a river that is crossing from South Sudan, or to Kenya, it will cross. If you have wildlife that is using the trans-border area, they will keep crossing, right? We have pastoral communities that are living in some of these areas, because some of these countries that we work in, Kenya, the Ethiopian border, you go into South Sudan, you go into Ethiopia, a lot of the groups that are working in those areas are pastoral communities. They are also co-sharing resources, because a lot of them are pastoral groups. They keep livestock, and so they keep moving, following the scarce resources along the borderlines. Now, but of course, because then of the issues of different countries looking at resources independently, sometimes it becomes a challenge for people. Because if a river is starting, say, in Ethiopia and coming towards Kenya, then Ethiopians think that they have a right. But should they actually destroy the catchment area and now cause problems to the communities on the lower side, maybe in Kenya, that are going to be receiving some of other transborder resources, lakes that we share, especially along the Rift Valley, because a lot of the lakes emanate and we share common border areas. And so our idea is really to try and harmonize operations between different countries and have collaborative programs that allow for a sustained management of our resources.
I'm Mayele Kabbede. I'm working for the Swedish International Development Agency. I'm here just to be part of the annual review meeting, because we are financing a regional program called Environmental Sustainability in the Horn of Africa. It is a 5-year program. Now we have extended for another 2 years with a no-cost extension request, because the implementation was very much retarded because of the COVID pandemic. So we are here to be part of the annual event to review the implementation and progress of the program. There are, of course, many challenges, because this is a regional program. We focus on transboundary natural resource management. So the legal framework in one country is quite different from the legal framework in the other countries. It could be soft or stronger. So this is an opportunity for the program to have or harmonize these legal frameworks, because the resources are shared, be it on this side or the other side. These political boundaries are very artificial. The ecology doesn't respect that one. So there should be, we have an intention to harmonize the legal frameworks, the policy frameworks in the region for the better conservation of natural resources or shared resources in 2 or more countries in the region.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Professor Mokte Argao. I'm from Ethiopia. I'm working at Addis Ababa University as a professor at the Center of Environmental Science. And also I'm heading the Horn of Africa Regional Environment Center in Network. And I have been there as its executive director for the last 6 years. My main job is teaching in environmental courses, advising postgraduate students, and doing research myself. So this is briefly Horn of Africa Regional Environment Network project. Initiated by the network members and implemented in transboundary ecosystems. The main objective of the project was to promote biodiversity conservation in protected areas. These protected areas are shared along the borders with the neighboring countries. That's why the countries have come together to implement about 5 components in the project. These components basically address environmental issues by implementing restoration activities within the protected areas, and also providing some innovative technologies to manage the protected areas and also the resources in there, and also to enhance capacity of the people who manage the parks, the protected areas, and also to address some livelihood issues for communities living around the protected areas, addressing issues like energy by providing renewable energy, reducing the pressure on the protected areas, diverting the pressure in exploiting the natural resources for biomass energy, providing some renewable energy sources, alternative energy sources. And also, most of these landscapes that we are implementing the activities are main attractions for investments, large investments, and also we want to build public-private partnership in this area so that all parties, including the private sector, can play their own respective roles in protecting and also managing, restoring, rehabilitating the ecosystems. Yeah, this is the content of the project. So the people in this meeting are the implementing partners. These are members of our network who are from civil society and also at the same time academic institutions. So our network is composed of both civil society, academic institutions, and also we partner with key government ministries like the Ministry of Environment and others who are relevant to this project. For instance, we work with wildlife protection authorities in the respective countries. These are government institutions. So the people inside the room are representatives from all these institutions who have been in one way or another involved in the implementation of the project components that I mentioned. So yeah, this is our fourth annual review meeting. We have had 3 other regional meetings, basically reviewing the progress we have made in terms of implementing the project activities, and also at the same time reviewing the changes, the positive changes that we have brought in terms of the lives of people, and also in terms of in restoring those ecosystems, those landscapes that we are working on. And this forum is for us, it's not only a forum to really discuss or report what we have done, but it's a forum for us to exchange lessons, knowledge, experiences, good practices from the respective countries.
My name is Martin Moshisho, Deputy Governor Kajiado County and the Chairman Deputy Governors Forum in Kenya. And today I'm really happy to be the chief guest at this discussion. We want to appreciate practitioners and conservationists who came together with a vision and came up with a project dubbed the Horn of Africa, Environmental Sustainability and Resilience, to ensure that our blessed region that has been endowed by the Creator with a lot of resources, including rivers, our forests, our good environment, our soils that are arable, that these resources needs to be conserved for the future generations of our region. I want to applaud and I want to thank them for coming up with this vision. Today they are reviewing what they have been doing, but the profound message is the Horn of Africa and its environment has to be conserved in the face of climate change and many challenges that are facing the region, to ensure that we have a better region for our future generations. As a county government and as a county representative, we want to appreciate the efforts of the president, the leader of our country, for the efforts he has made to ensure that the environment is conserved. You all know the ambitious dream of the president to ensure that we grow over 15 billion seedlings in 10 years. That is an ambitious project, and as devolved governments, we are in support of that endeavor. And as I speak to you today, the President has assigned very high officers who are serving in his government to be in charge of environment projects in every county. And today our county is hosting Justin Muturi, the Attorney General of our Republic, in Ngong, in the effort to conserve the environment.